Hello, everybody. This is Quinton Bailey, Editor-in-Chief for the Fashion Dynasty magazine. I have a super duper special treat for all my viewers in all my industries. I work in social media, food, culinary, baking, cake, and decorating, the magazine, music, everything. This translates over everything. Earlier this week, we did interview Moran Chocolatier, and this week we have a super duper special treat. Lisa Mansour from NYCake, also, running she's a queen, the NYCake show. I myself have competed three times. I competed 3 times. I've actually won twice, 2 or 3 times. So it's like, yeah, baby. From the Sugar Shoes, for those of you who don't know my other life, for those of you who just know me as the editor-in-chief of the magazine, of those who just know my social services life, there is another life that I have. I do get bored easily, and that's the cake decorator, pastry chef, baker, decorator, cake guy. That's me. And here I am right now in NYCake. This is and there's an added treat to this segment. And I'm not gonna say what it is, but she's here. But we're gonna go straight into the interview right now with Lisa Mansour. So we're gonna focus on her. Okay, so Lisa, how are you today?
Hi, how are you?
That's great. Who are you?
My name is Lisa Mansour. I'm owner of NYCake Academy, and the NYCake Show.
Okay. What is the NYCake Show?
The NYCake Show is something that I started about 5 years ago. This is my 5th year.
5 years.
And we started with just about, 15 to 20 cakes and about 100 people the first year.
And 4 shoes.
And 4 shoes, and one was Quinton's. And I am happy to say, hopefully this year, we are going to be over 10,000 people. So it's going to be amazing, and it's a 2-day show, and I hope you all join us. It is going to be a very special event.
Yes.
It's going to be on June 10th and 11th at Pier 36, which is right by South Street Seaport under the Williamsburg Bridge. And it's all mine. I rented the whole place. It's, I think it's 70,000 square feet, so it's pretty big. And it's going to be over 150 cakes. The prettiest cakes you have ever seen. Trust me, better than TV. All the theme this year is Broadway. So all in the theme of Broadway. So there'll be wedding cakes, sculptured cakes, cupcakes, shoes,
Yay.
Everything Broadway. So it's going to be something to see for everyone. I have classes. If you just want to come and take baking classes, that's new this year. I have baking demonstrations.
What?
I have cake decorating demonstrations. I have hands-on classes. I have kids classes. I have a free cupcake bar for people to come and do
get
cupcakes.
drunk on cupcakes.
I have something for everyone, so it's for the whole family, not just you guys. Bring your kids. So it's a real family event, so I'm super excited. I work very hard on this, and it's really the best day of the year for me. 2 days this year.
So I'm going to give a disclaimer to my viewers. I'm going to put it out there now. I am going to get emotional during this telecast, okay? And I say, there's probably going to be some tears falling on me. And the reason being because, Lisa was practically the first person who I met when I started this journey into cake decorating and cake and all that. And just whenever I come into the store, it's like Great Adventure and Ride Playland and Bear Mountain and Epcot Center all rolled into one. Whenever I come here, because it's just it's a sense of family here. Your mom, I am going to get emotional. I'm going to get emotional. Your family, it's family run. Everybody welcomes. It's always so welcoming in here. You've been very welcoming to me, and I look at you as a friend, a mentor, a confidant. We've come a long way. And the fact that you said there's going to be over 10,000 people. Is that many people who like cake in the world? I'm just like hearing you 10,000 people, 70,000 square feet, mine, like the seagulls from Finding Nemo, mine. And it's just awesome. And you can count how many words how many times I'm saying that word awesome during this telecast. But it's just so freaking great seeing the growth from day one to now. And it's not just the saying it, but it's like the space. It's last year's show is crazy. And when I say crazy, it's just it's like a club. It's like a cake club. You're dancing and then you bump into a cake person, you turn around, there's Ron Ben on that side. It's just crazy, just craziness. And I'm walking around and I wasn't caking last year, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't doing anything cake. But when I went to the show and I went there with my girlfriend, we were shocked. Like, people were asking for my autograph, and I'm like, what? I'm like, no. I'm like, you got me mistaken. Like, no, you're that guy. And I'm like, no, I'm not that guy. We saw you last year. And, I actually had to leave early because I really it was just too much for me. I didn't think, because you do things, when you're passionate about something, you do it because you're passionate about it. You don't do it for the glitz and glamour. You don't do it because you want people to say, hey, you're famous. No, you do it because there's something inside of you that says, I like doing this one thing. And when people see that, they're just like, so, Lisa, why do you do it?
That's exactly why. I did the cake show just because for that reason. I'm very passionate about it. I did it for my students. That's exactly why I did it. I wanted my students to practice the art. I wanted them to get better. I wanted them to go outside of the box and give them confidence, because the more you enter cake shows, the more you practice, the more you win a prize, a second prize, a third prize, you get more confidence, and it just makes you a better cake artist, and that's what it's all about, and that's why I do this.
Awesome. I know people should know the story of NYCake. Yes, I like for people to know the story of NYCake. You said it several times, and I'm not going to say it for you. It's like somebody telling your story, but they're telling because they heard it so many times. But it's like, okay, that didn't really happen. That's not your story. But the family, mom, dad, brothers, everybody. Like, what's the story of this whole setup?
So basically, it all started with my mom. Okay, my mom back in the 70s.
70s?
Yes, back in the 70s, loved cake decorating. Don't ask me where it came from. That was her hobby. It was her passion. She actually started teaching cake decorating classes at our dining room table.
Wow.
So as a young girl of I must be 5, 6, 7 years old, we would have at our dining room table women piping roses, doing all the little cakes. And after a while, my dad was like, this is enough. There's buttercream all over my dining room. Every time I come home from come home from work, he's like, too much, too much. And my mother really enjoyed teaching. That was her, I guess, her passion. She really enjoyed teaching what she knows. And so she's like, I really like it. And so my father's like, well, find a place to teach. So she found a place in Brooklyn, actually, and she would teach there. And so now the new thing was she was out at night, a couple of nights a week. So then my dad would come home, and it'd be me and my sister, he'd have to babysit us.
Because mom was out caking.
Because mom was out caking. So he dealt with that for a while, and then sure enough, he was like, I don't like this anymore, I want you home with us. So,
sounds like something from Breaking Bad. Your mom's out caking. At night.
So he's like, come on, no more of this. And my mom's like, but I really like it. So he's like, well, my dad had a cosmetic store on 50th Street in Manhattan. And he's like, well, if you really want to do this, come to my store in Manhattan. I'll give you a small space in the back, because he had a pharmacy. And it was a tiny little room. And she said, fine, I'll do it. And that's what she did. She went in this, I'm telling you, it wasn't much bigger than a closet. And she went in that tiny room, and people would go in that room and learn cake decorating. And slowly, slowly, she would put equipment there, because people needed to buy stuff. They needed the pastry bags, the tips, all the stuff, because there was no Amazon, there was no, mail order. You had to, she sold it to them. So she slowly grew out of that little closet into his store and, into his aisles, and she slowly built her own business, basically.
Wow.
And me, as a young girl, grew up in the store. We didn't have play dates, on the weekends. So I went to work with my parents every weekend. So I basically learned everything by my mother. I learned, all the cake from my mom. I learned the business side of business from my dad. So I really got a great education, not even knowing I was getting educated at the time. So that's basically what happened. And then my dad eventually closed his store, because in New York City they triple the rent, and then you're in trouble and you're out.
So it was that, but there was just too much cake stuff around.
Yeah, so, and then my mom told everyone, sorry, we're closing. And just the cake people that she had at the time just freaked out and said, no, you can't do this. Where are we going to get stuff? There's nowhere. There's absolutely nowhere. She was the only game in town. She was the first person to sell cake decorating stuff in the whole tri-state area, if not further out.
Wow.
But she truly was the pioneer of cake decorating in New York City. So that's when I came into the picture full time. And by then I was about 18 years old. And what she said was, let's try to open our own place, just you and I. And we did, and we opened up the Chocolate Gallery on 22nd Street in 1989.
Wow.
And we basically have been there ever since, and we're here. We actually changed the name to NYCake in 1992 because we really focus more on cake than chocolate, and it encompasses everything. And that's basically it. We're still here. But now it's popular because of the TV shows and everything, which is so great, because when we started, it was very obscure and no one really knew what cake decorating was. But now it's so popular, so it's very awesome. So I'm very happy people are into it now.
Yes. So I'm going to comment on some things. Like I said, we're going to get emotional. I met your mom. I met your mom, and even when you're not here, your mom, and I get choked up. She's like, hey, how you doing? She don't remember my name, but she's like, hey, and how's everything? You made any shoes? I'm like, yeah, show me a picture. And to me, that means a lot, because I be having some really bad days, and I come in here, your mom's sitting there, and she'll see me now, she walk in, and you know how, and I'll say, you know, sometimes when you're in a store, somebody come to the store and check on, like, what you doing? Your mom come out like, hey, is everything okay? How's everything? How's your girlfriend? How's life? And I'm like, and I have to pause and look, because you never know how people are, how they interact with you. But she always gives me a kind word. Don't stop what you're doing. You know, and I don't know if your mom's on Facebook, because whatever she talks me, I feel like she sees me on Facebook, even though she probably don't. Because she's very old-fashioned like that. But she's like, just keep doing what you're doing. And I'm like, okay, whatever that thing I'm doing is, just keep doing it. And you're great. And I walk out of here, I'm like, wow, that's like she's like everybody's mom. And you know, Dad, rest in peace. You know, he'll come by and like, what do you need? You know, I'm like, I need this and that. And he'll look at me, and he got the look down pat. He'll look at me. He'll point at the store, and I come back, and I'm scared to ask him. Like, I don't know exactly. And he'll say, learn the store. You're here enough. And I'm like, damn, man. He'll learn the store. And I'm like when he first said that to him, I'm like, this man is, your dad is like, who's your dad? But he's like, you're here enough. And then he'll go back and sit down. And I'm like, how do you know I'm here enough? But then I realize there's cameras all over the store, so he sees me aimlessly walking down the aisles. And if you're a caker, okay, if you're a caker, you come here, you will do that. You walk aimlessly up and down the aisles until you find what you don't need, but you buy what you don't need because you don't need it at that moment, but you feel like you're going to need it, so you buy it. That's the logic of being a cake person. But he'll say, you know the store, you've been here enough times, I know you come here enough, my daughter, everybody knows you, go find it. So I'm like, you're useless, dude, you're useless. But then I found out in him doing that, he was actually teaching me to look around the store and not go into just one section of the store, to actually explore the store and see there's other parts of the store. And as a result of that, I've learned different things. Because of him kicking me in the back of the head, I dabbled with isomalt. Yes, he was the one, not Peggy. I'm sorry, Peggy, I love you, or Kathleen, not you. It was him. He was the one who put me into isomalt. He's like, you're not going to burn, so just be careful. And I'm like, so I understood. I got the love from him. He was gruff in his love, but I got it. And, I try to joke with him. Like, I had better luck joking with your mom than your dad, because I was just like, this man got, like, somebody surgically removed his funny bone. He does not laugh. I'm like, I feel bad for the people who work here. He doesn't laugh at anybody. But I've seen him a couple of times interact, and he laughs. I'm like, but he just doesn't laugh at me. And I kind of think I'm a funny guy sometimes, especially in the cake world. But this guy did not laugh at my jokes. I think behind the scene, he must have got joy out of tormenting me. I say torment, but it was a positive type of torment. Like, I'm going to push you type of torment that, it's like that old coach is like, I'm going to make you do 50 more. But, rest in peace. I adore him, and, I appreciate you and your family. They've given me nothing but love here. And it's a unique type of love, too. It's like, you're going to learn how to do it. I came here once to buy one of your shoes, and I was refused. I was refused. Your staff refused to sell me a shoe. And I'm going to look at the camera and they're like, her staff refused to sell me a shoe. And they were like, you know how to make shoes. In fact, you know how to do the shortcuts. And I learned from Iris. And we all took a class together. And I walked out pissed. But I walked out pissed because I was like, you know what? They're right. I can go make the shoe. I was like, but I need a shoe now. Like, no. If you're going to, because we're going to tell Lisa. I'm like, so I really appreciate the film. And I went and made the shoe. And I was just like, no. And I came back and showed the girls that we told you so. We told you can make it. I'm like, but I wanted the shoe now. So you know, it's so much beautiful memories I have of you, the store, the interaction of the customers in the store. And yes, I know the store well enough that if I come in here and a customer needs help, I help them because Dad made me learn the store. And he said, go learn the store. And I was like, wow, yes, sir. I automatically became one of your employees, not even knowing it. But, you know, it's just the love. I really feel it. And, like, whenever I come here, like I said, I'm always geeking out. And I'm like, I get so happy I start shaking. That's, like, insane. But, you know, it's about you. We're in your studio right now. And I'm actually going to, if you mind if I pan around, let people see. All right, this is insane.
It's a little messy right now, but
love is messy.
Love
is messy.
We're working.
I'm going to pan around. I want you guys to see the level of work that comes out of here. And this is a result from Lisa, her classes. Look at that. That piece, let's talk about this piece right here on the wall.
That was, I entered at a cake show a couple of years ago in Jacob Javits, the Culinary Salon Philanthropique, and I entered it in the wedding cake category, and I won a gold medal for that. And the bonus was I actually won best in the whole show. Got the highest score out of all the entries of all the categories.
How tall is this cake?
Oh my gosh, I think it's over 5.5 feet.
Yes, this cake is over 5.5 feet tall.
Almost 6 feet.
And this is at the Jacob Javits Convention Center, and it is with this, I can't pronounce them, philanthropy, French, blah, blah, French. All I can say is Frenchy, French, and to get into that society, I think somebody has to die or elect you into that society because it's a global thing, but it's like high echelon Frenchies. That's why I go with the Frenchies, the Frenchy decorators. I can't pronounce the long word because it's in French. But this piece is awesome. I'm going to pan on the ceiling because we do have a special guest here, which I'm not going to let you guys see just yet. But look at this. This is like awesome. Oh my God, look at this. And I'm going to pan down to my personal favorite. Shoes! Yes, shoes. There are shoes there, and they're chocolate shoes, I believe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chocolate, we're getting ready.
Oh my God.
Almost ready.
Oh my God. Yes, I'm that guy. I don't care how many of my male friends are online right now. I'm sorry, I'm that guy who loves shoes. Okay, I get the obsession. These are chocolate shoes as well?
Yep. These are what I'm demonstrating at the cake show.
Okay, so let's talk to us about the cake show.
So the cake show, we have demonstrations. So my demonstration is going to be like chocolate purses, how to decorate them with like little
chocolate
embroidery
purses.
style.
Oh my God.
And then a little bit of like Chanel style shoes, little flats, little platforms, little Cinderella shoes. Depends what kind of shoe fetish you have.
Yes.
I'm covering
Shoe
them
fetish,
all.
okay. Shoe fetish. It's not a fetish. I just like shoes. Fetish are for sick people. Sick people have fetishes. I just like shoes. So would you need an assistant during this demonstration as long as in a conflict with judging time?
Sure, that's fine.
Yay! Can I be your cake run, please?
Absolutely.
Yes!
Absolutely.
Yes! Just like old times. So we're going to deviate off the interview a little bit because there's somebody that was in here that I ran into. Somebody that I adore, who's just a bubbling bubble of sunshine. And the cake people, I'm keeping the screen here because when I put on it, I don't see any cake people on, but when they go back and look at this, they're like, oh my God, how'd you get a hold of her? The fact that I came in here and saw Lisa and the unnamed person right now is like running into like a leprechaun and a unicorn at the same time. All right, and like that's impossible. That's impossible. The fact that they were both here in the same spot, occupying the same space, I'm surprised that the universe is still straight. So, so we have Colette Peters. Yay! Oh my God, people. So, Colette.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
I'm sorry. I geek out every time. Like, that's me. So, what are you working on?
I'm working on a cake for the cake show for display for Lisa's booth.
Are you competing?
Maybe.
Okay. Uh-oh.
But
Look
I'm
out.
a judge too.
Okay. Oh, so look out, suckers. Look out, suckers. That's like she's competing. That's it. Just letting you know. And give us a brief history. A very brief history.
Of me?
Yes, a very brief
God.
history. Very, very brief.
Well, I started making cakes when I was a little kid.
Oh.
And then I just kept making them. And then, let's see, when I worked at Tiffany's in the 80s. And I discovered the chocolate gallery on 50th Street one day during lunch at Tiffany's, and my life never was the same again. I'm like, there's a drugstore and there's a cake video in the window.
Yeah, exactly. It just blows your mind.
So I I went in, and Joan was there, and Lisa and Jenny were there. They were little kids.
Wow.
And, yeah. And Joan
I
used
met
to,
you, how old was I when I met
she
you?
was 11.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And that's how the universe works, folks.
Yep.
You have a book.
It's
Book.
5.
5 books. Talk
Five
about this.
books.
I'm gonna.
I've written 5 books since '89,
Wow.
and I'm working on a new one.
Yes.
And what else?
That's a lot.
That's
So
enough.
that's more than enough. So it's Colette Peters. She's awesome.
That's not me.
That's not okay. See, she says that humble as anything. But what you see is what you get. Very, very loving, very happy. And if you're somewhere and you hear that special laugh, you know that's Colette's here. But real, and I definitely appreciate you as well. And it's good to see you.
Yeah.
And I'm actually honored that you remember me, because sometimes you're in the industry, people forget you. You become a ghost.
No.
No, it's honest. And sometimes people forget you and become a ghost.
People forget me. They
No,
call
I
me
know.
Claudette or
No. Oh, they forget your name. They be like, hey, Pearline. Like, what? How'd you get Pearline? This is Colette.
I know.
But they may forget the name, but they don't forget the presence.
Well, I suppose, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go with that story.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to our star. Lisa, you've educated and taught a lot of people. What would you say is your best? What is your best thing that you teach? Like, what is your forte? Haha.
Well, I would say the most popular class that I do is the basics, to be honest with you. I think I really, my most popular class is the basic class, and it starts people off.
Yes.
And I think that's my forte. Like, people get very intimidated to start, and I give them the confidence to come in here and start and go for it and take it from here.
Yes, you do, and you have. And I'm going to share some things with you, and I said show it to the public. My very first cake decorating class was the buttercream basics, and it was a Saturday class. And the store, I couldn't get it. I just was not getting it. I sat here for almost an hour and a half, 2 hours. I couldn't get. Everybody got it. I could not buttercream. I just could not understand why I couldn't get it. I was feeling stupid. I was apologizing to everyone in the room because Lisa just like, okay, you're gonna get it. And I don't even know what you did, but I guess you came around me or something. And you say no, because I'm left-handed, and because I'm left-handed, I think like inverted. Like my thinking's inverted and backwards. As a left-handed, I have like weird. Because when you're left-handed, you think backwards, but mine's is inverted and backwards. So Lisa's like, okay, and nobody went home because everybody's very lovely and stay here. The store closed. People out there looking. Half the lights off in the store. Lisa's like, okay, I'm gonna try this. She did some magical thing, and it clicked, and I became like the Rain Man of cake decorating. And like one buttercream rose became like 50 million buttercream roses, and I'm like, oh my god, I got it! And I'm crying in emotion. Everybody's looking at me, can we go home now, please? Because he's like, you're not going home until you get this. And I'm like, but really, this is really unimportant. Because one, it was my first class, so there was no commitment. You get what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
I was like, I could go home and just keep going on with my life and never have to do this ever again. But Lisa was like, no. You're going, and I see where you got it from. This is the part of your dad. Like, no, you're not going. You signed up for this class. You came in here. You're not going to go. And I'm gonna say it the way you're not going to go home until you get this. People peeking into the window, like, okay, Lisa, what's going on here? Like, he's going to finish learning this, and then we're going to go home. And the beautiful thing about it is everybody in the class, because usually in the class when you have a kid like that, everyone's like, oh, come on, man, get it. You're stupid. Get it. You're slow. Come back and take the next class. Come back. But everybody in the class was very, very supportive. And people start clapping. I was like, I got it. Thank you. And because of that, because of the love and passion you transferred into me, I've gone, like, I've won things, I've taught things, I've worked with Ashley Vikos on her show. I'm like the unknown baker's baker. I have to sign gag orders for some of the pastry chefs, baking and working with them. No, the cake people are gangster. I can't even mention who I worked for. I worked with some movie stars. I've done big shows, little shows. I've competed, I won, I've taught, I've done classes with kids. I've just, like, it just, thank you. And I would actually agree with you. Your best class is that beginning class, because you put your heart in the class and you tell people you're going to learn how to decorate this cake right now. And if you don't know how to do it right now, we're not going home until you get it. Like, okay. And I didn't know what to say, because I was just like, okay, yes, ma'am. And I actually said, yes, ma'am. I'm okay. And like North just sat the nod in my head. Okay, I'll get it. and I got it, and I'm very, very appreciative. And this is what leads to this right now. You have my undying support and loyalty always, always, always. As long as I'm not working or chasing around the kids or my girlfriend, you got me. You know, and you know, you've grown, I've grown, and like here we are now. And it's just, you know, it's just beautiful. And there's no other word to say it that, you know, I've met so many people, and I'm not gonna go through the list of all the cakers and decorators because we all know they're like family. That literally I have them on speed down. That if I see them at any show, we hug, we laugh, we kick back some few good memories, and we keep it moving. And we see them at the next cake show. Yeah. So you know, some of us been through marriages, divorces, kids being birthed, you know, losing businesses, starting new businesses, learning new techniques. And you know, this is the beautiful part of this industry that you know, it being in fashion and the other industries I'm in, I don't see it as much. And you know, it's like. And I'm going to quote Nicholas Lodge. He says, "Good to have you back." Aww. And I was like, "I never left." He said, "Yes, you did." I'm like, "No, I did." "Yes, you did." "Yes, you did." Like, "No, I did." "Yes, you did." I'm like, "I didn't really leave." Like, "Yes, you did. You forgot." And I'm like, "I never forgot." But, you know, it's just that, you know, to this day, I still walk around with a little bit of fondant in my bag. Like, and, you know, they have this thing called fidget right now. Fondant is my fidget. Like, a little bit of fondant is my fidget. Really? So, yeah, fondant's been my fidget. But it's just the fidgets, that little spinning thing these kids play with now.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, that thing's like helping kids with it's helping kids with ADHD who are attention deficient. So I tell kids, put a little piece of fondant in your bag. That's your fidget. You just sit there, make something. But it's just been a very, very beautiful ride that we've been on with no regrets. No regrets. And the ride continues. You know, the ride continues. Colette's come out with another book. The store is getting built. I mean, I said the store's getting built, but as I come in the store, I always see more pictures in here. And when I say the store's getting built, I'm seeing new product coming in. So it's not like you stay still. No. You know, you're on top of the cutting edge of technology. And I want to be honest, I'm going to go on the screen a little bit. There's so much technology out there happening right now that the old-fashioned baker has a hard time, but people still do it. They still come to the cake decorators and bakers. And I know stores come here. It's just like, this place is awesome. And, you know, I'm going to go back to you. So you could tell them where to find the store. You know, and I'm sitting here looking around the room because I see shoes. For some weird reason, I always tune in on shoes. But you know, I took a class with Iris, and I technically didn't need to take the class, but the fact that it was her and you in the same room at the same time, I was like, I gotta be here. And Iris was just like, really? You're like, this is stalking? I'm like, I'm not stalking you, Iris. I love you. You've put the seed in me to do the shoes, and throughout the whole caking and decorating, I found my niche. And that's the beautiful thing about when you do this industry. Like, everybody has their thing that they do and they're known for it, but like I've become that guy. I'm walking down the street. I don't even look up at people. I look at people's feet and shoes. I go to meetings, I'm looking at shoes. I see somebody buying shoes. My girlfriend, I'm like, you gotta get those shoes. I'm like the worst guy. I'm that guy. If you go shoe shopping, you're gonna sell your house. I get why women buy shoes and hide them under their beds. I get it. Like, I couldn't understand it, but I'm like, I see why you do it. Like, you don't want nobody to know. So it's like a dirty little secret. It's not a fetish. This fetish is for sick people. It's just a liking that you have for shoes. But Lisa, what would you say is the hardest part of what you do? There has to be something.
The hardest part is balancing, I think, everything, to be honest with you. Balancing my life, home with the kids, and everything that I do, because I have a lot on my plate.
Yeah.
I have a lot on my plate, so it's tough to balance everything out.
This is true. So that's awesome. I mean, I like to be a parent of the child of a parent that makes cakes and decorates. Is there any pressure?
I have a very funny story, actually.
You share it?
So I always make great cakes for my boys, of course, right? So my oldest is 20 and my youngest is 17. So for the past 17 to 20 years, they get amazing cakes for their birthday.
Wow, 17 to 20 years of cakes.
Right. So now I was thinking to myself, my 17-year-old's birthday in March, and I'm thinking, what can I make him? I mean, I've done basketball, I've done every sport,
you go through this dilemma every year.
Everything, right? I'm thinking, what can I make him? So if I may, I ask him, well, what do you want this year? What kind of cake? He's like, Mom, could you just make me a carrot cake this year? Just a plain old-fashioned carrot cake.
Did you smack him? You smacked him in his face.
What?
You gave him a backhand smack.
Are you telling me you just want a carrot cake?
Wow, that's unacceptable.
That's all you want? Is just a carrot cake? He's like, I just want a simple character. I mean, no decorations, no bondage,
no fireworks, no nothing. Wow.
He's like, no, I just want a cream cheese frosting with carrot cake.
Like all the other kids.
I was like,
here.
no problem. with everything that I had on my plate going on, I'm like, you got it.
Wow.
So this was the first time I ever made one of the, simple.
How did it feel? Did it feel weird?
It was very, honestly, I mean, it was easy, like
Right.
it was great, it was simple, but when I actually brought it to the table and lit the candle, I felt so guilty.
Yeah, it's like, this is unacceptable.
I felt really
So was this
bad.
past year?
But he loved it.
Yeah.
My son was happy.
Wow.
He said it was delicious, he loved it, he was thrilled. But I felt like...
Wait, okay, I have
I
a couple
felt
of
like
questions.
I didn't do
We're
my job.
we're gonna go into, like, child stuff now. Was this past year?
Yeah, this is in March.
How old is he?
He's 17.
Rite of passage. He's not going any more special cakes. This is it.
So he just wants now
he's
just
going-
like
yep.
a chocolate cake.
Yep.
I think he wants like a carrot cake every year. He
Yeah,
said it's
welcome
like
to
my
manhood.
favorite cake.
Welcome to manhood. This is how your kids put away the toys. They're like, no, this is
Is
your.
that what it
That's
is?
what it is. I'm putting it out there. Next year, we'll see. Let's see next year. Let's see next year.
Okay.
Because next year he's just gonna want a red velvet cake. Like what? Like just a simple
maybe
red
just
velvet cake with nothing on it. Just simple. Wow.
Funny.
You did this. I'm like, please, Mom, no more. Like, I just want a simple cake like every other child in my school. Okay? Like, I don't need the fireworks. Okay, we know you won, Mom. You won. I know what you can do.
Believe it.
Wow,
I just couldn't
that is
believe it.
awesome. So Brian says hello. Brian Fishman says hello. Hey,
Hi,
Brian.
How
Yes,
are you?
I will come to a guild meeting, Brian. I'm sorry, but I'm a paying member. I'm still paying my dues. Even though I haven't showed up, I'm still paying my dues. I think they have the pastry and bacon guild out in. I haven't been able to make it. It's been 2 years I've been a member, but I'm a member in good standing because I pay and I support. I just don't show up. Okay, so I'll get there. I'll get there. That is such an awesome story. What would you say is your dynasty, your legacy? What do you want to be known for? Like, what are you leaving behind?
I want to make a difference in the cake community. I have to be honest with you.
You did already.
I want it to continue.
Okay,
somehow.
but you have though, because
So,
you're the
yeah.
only act in town for the last four years, going on 5, that does what you do. And and it's funny because I'll run to some caker people, that's what I call them, caker people, and I ask them, do you know? And amazing, some people know the store exists. I'm like, what? And I want to hit them. I really want to hit them. Like, what do you mean? There's a store on 22nd Street. Like, I've never been there, and I want to punch them. I'm like, what do you mean? You're doing what you do. You don't know the store. So like, you become a staple in the 5 boroughs of what you do here. And there are other stores which I won't mention that do what you do, but not like this. You teach, you educate, you spread the love. So get emotional. When you walk around the store, you see pictures of people who are in the Food Network, Cake World, Baking World, and it's not just here. You're international too. Surprise! You were at the can you say what it is the Frenchy the society.
The Salon Culinaire Philanthropique.
That's what it is. I
And I'm
apologize.
also with the Italian one, which is Federal. I can never say that one. That one's tough.
The Italian one. Just say the Italian one.
The Italian one.
Because by me saying what I'm saying, I've opted my eligibility being in it because probably somebody in the society looking at it like, he still don't know what it means. Like, now you're definitely not going to ever get into our group because you don't know how to. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. But it's the love. I love them all. I just can't say it. Sorry. And I can't remember it either. So that's 2 strikes against me. But I support them. Okay, I support them. But you have left a major mark, and you're still leaving a major mark in the industry of caking and baking, decorating, and all that. And you are VIP status in my book.
Thank you.
My girlfriend, I have to do a plug for her, Carly Wollert from Glitz and Glamour, who's a celebrity makeup artist, and she's offered to do your makeup. But Colette says she may need her services. So, babe, if you're watching, Colette's just as good. Okay, Colette's just as good, if not better. Okay, don't think I just don't talk about her a lot. Okay, but she's just as good. Okay, so she's like, who's Colette? I'm like, no, she's Colette. Colette is in the background. She's just as much love, but I like to connect you two together. But it's just there's fashion in this industry as well, and the shoes, the bags, the decoration designs. I love it. I will continue doing it, and I'm not going to stop doing it. I've left the industry a little bit But this is something that has become a passion to me, and it's like I'm not gonna let it go. I've learned isomalt, I've learned chocolate, I've taken classes, I went to cake camp. Yeah, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is a cake camp, and it was in Nevada, and I don't care who's online looking at it and laughing. My cake camp is better than your cake camp or your camp could ever be, because we had catering, we had food, it was just nice, and it was just in Nevada. Okay, so cake camp is the bomb. Because I had people laughing. You going to cake camp? Oh, that's so like girly. I'm like, okay, girly in my because I was living it up, and I was gambling at the same time. So that's my cake camp. You have ISIS. That's Institute of Cake Exploitation Society, which because of them, I actually got a scholarship one year.
Yes, you did.
And I was shocked, and they called me up there, and Sheila Miller was like, you have to come out there. You have to come out there. I'm like, for what? Like, for what? What's going on? She's like, you have to come out there. I'm like, all right, I'll come out there. And I went out there, and they presented me with a scholarship, and I got emotional then. And it's nothing more humbling to be in a room of 500 of your new peers who recognize what you do and not have ever done it in your life, ever. And just having people globally come up to you and say congratulations and give you a hug. That, to me, like, just cake decorating, baking, it's just awesome. It's just so much love and support. And online with the groups and everything, somebody says, hey, where can I find an edible image? Like 30 people respond. Or can I substitute, like, what's the substitute for glucose? And it's something else. It's just so awesome. And then having that shared language is another thing, because you could speak to people like, what's isomalt? Like, trying to explain to someone what isomalt is, come on. Or asking what cake glaze is, what's the substitute? It's just really good to have such a support. And there's no secrets in this industry as well. Everybody is, I know I'm offending people by saying this, but there are people out there in certain industries who don't like sharing. And it's like, you're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. Like, share. I'm not going to step on your toes. I'm trying to do my thing too. Like, there's enough people in this world, and this is something I said to all my cakers and decorators out there. And if there's any caker, I see you, Kaisha. There are cakers on here. What's up, Brian? There are enough people in this world who eat cake and sweets and treats for everyone. I said it. Okay, like, really? There's enough business out there for everyone. Moran X-Teen, she does these chocolate dresses. She's the only one in the New York City who does it. Like, she does these bridal, and I'll show you guys some pictures. She does bridal dresses out of little miniature chocolate fashionistas, and I've never seen this before. And when I sat and interviewed, we're sitting there geeking out. She's like, you do shoes, I do dresses, and I'm like, oh my god. And like, it was like two little, like, I'm not gonna say retarded, that's politically incorrect. Like, two little goofy kids, amped up on sugar, just like laughing and talking. And it's like that in the industry. When you run into somebody in a store or on the street, you become like two kids amped up on sugar when you talk about cake and decorating. And I think that's awesome. And it doesn't stop. So, for those people who are out there watching, don't stop, keep going, just push yourself. Back to Lisa again. So, Lisa, what do you want to tell people? Because we're going to conclude this in a little while, but what do you want to leave? What do you want to, like, what's your oomph before we conclude this?
Conclude what? What do you mean?
Our
us?
Yeah, yes.
I just want everyone to come enjoy the cake show. Just get a feel for what's going on. I think you'll just fall in love, whether you like to eat cake or whether you like to just decorate cake. There's something for everyone.
Yes. So even if you like eating, so the cool thing about this year is you get to eat this year.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah, there'll be lots of tasting this year. That's different. Yeah.
The years in the past, you could eat, but you couldn't really eat. But like now, you can eat. So those viewers who are like, "Oh, cute," I know you got your cakers there. You're gonna eat. Yes, you're gonna eat. They're gonna be a cupcake bar.
Yep.
Cupcake bar. You can get drunk off of cupcakes at the cupcake bar. Yes, they're gonna be just you're gonna be sitting there slumped over the bar with cupcakes. And I'm personally going to be doing interviews for people out there. I'm judging as well, and I'm honored to be judged. And when I reached out to Nicholas Lodge, it's like it wasn't really much of a conversation. I was like, "Hey, Nicholas, is it okay?" And I'm like, "You didn't even know I was going to ask you, man. I wanted to be in the show." He's like, "Okay, no problem." But I actually thought it was going to be like a drawn out like application process. And you guys submit this. And he was like, "I seen your work. Excellent. I'm honored." I'm like, "No, I'm honored." He's like, and I was like, "Do you remember?" He's like, "Yes, I remember you." I'm like, because I didn't know, and I ran into him in cake camp and I helped him out a little bit. He was like, "Yes, I know who you are." I'm like, okay. I feel like I'm the little kid in the whole industry, but it's just, again, like, it's humbling to know that people recognize you, they know you, they love you, and every time they see you, it's always that recognition and love. And they may not remember your name, Claudette, no kidding, Colette. Claudine, just totally off the ring. Collie. But you know, people in the industry do love you guys. I personally love you guys, and this to me was like one of my best interviews I ever had. And you know, I am looking forward to seeing you and you got me saying Claudette, Colette, and all the other bakers and cake decorators at the show as well. And would you like to do a plug for the show in time? What's the dates and how they can find you?
NYCake show, June 10th and 11th, Pier 36, South Street.
How does one get tickets?
You could order online, NYCakeshow.com. Order before, so you pay less. You know, it's $5 more at the door. So order online, NYCakeshow.com.
And it's about 70,000 square feet.
Yeah.
So I would be honest, knowing doing really good math, I say that place could probably hold 6,000 people.
Yeah.
Plus. So don't get left out, because last year there was a line going out the door, down the street, up the block, and everything. And I was like, what? I was like, this for cake? Like, this is crazy.
The fire marshal came and shut it down.
Wow, the fire marshal came last year and shut it down, people. So I'm just letting you know, yes, cake is just sugar. It don't matter. Fire marshal came and shut things down. Don't get shut down, people. So you guys show up early, show up on time. The show starts on time, because, you know, show starts on time. So don't be showing up 20 minutes late. Like, no, you thought wrong. You heard it here, so you can't be saying I didn't know about it, because, you know, like 400,000 people are going to see this telecast. So don't reach out to me and say, how do I get a ticket again, Q? No, show up on time, show up early, get your ticket early, show up, bring a bag, don't bring your appetite, bring a couple of wet naps, because it's going to get, because cupcake bar, that's all I have to say, because I don't care, lactose intolerant, I don't care, I'm going to stuff my face, I'm going to be interviewing Elisa, Colette, anybody, we're going to go live. It's going to go live on that day. And the thing is, I'm a judge, so I'm going to be all up in there, okay? But I do look forward to seeing all you guys. Again, I want to thank Lisa Mansour from NYCake and Colette Peters. I want to thank them both for this awesome show. And I'm going to sign out now and buy some cake stuff that I don't even know I need yet. So, but I'm going to need it soon, because guess what? I'm back in the industry. Yeah, the prodigal son has returned. So, but I enjoy everybody who's been online, and I'm going to get to your questions, because I can't do the multitasking thing. There's a lot of people asking questions. I don't know how to do that yet. My girlfriend's really good at that stuff. I can't read questions and do the telecast. But thank you again, everybody, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys later. Bye.